When my girlfriend told me she needed to bang other guys for her corn content, I became the villain for refusing to support her career. Maya had been doing corn content for 3 months when she sat me down at our kitchen table with her laptop open to a spreadsheet. She'd started with solo content, posting photos and videos of herself, and the money had been good, really good. She'd paid off her car, covered rent for 2 months, and finally had savings. I wasn't thrilled about it, but it was her body and her choice, and she promised it was just solo stuff, nothing involving other people. But now she was showing me income projections, subscriber counts, and competitor analysis. Her growth had plateaued. Solo creators maxed out at a certain income level, she explained, but couples content and collaboration with other creators made 3 times as much. She'd already talked to other creators, mostly guys who wanted to film with her. Her tone was matter of fact, like she was proposing a business expansion. She needed to start creating content with other men if she wanted to keep growing her income. She said it wasn't personal, just business. She loved me, but this was about financial security. The rent was high, her student loans were crushing her, and this was the only way she could actually get ahead. She asked if I'd be okay with it, but the way she asked made it clear she'd already decided. This wasn't really a question, it was a notification. I told her no, absolutely not. She couldn't be serious about sleeping with other guys and expecting me to just accept it. Maya's face hardened immediately. She accused me of being controlling, of not supporting her goals, of wanting to keep her financially dependent. I tried to explain that this wasn't about control, it was about basic relationship boundaries. She cut me off and said those boundaries were outdated, that plenty of couples had open arrangements for work. I asked if she'd be okay with me sleeping with other women for money. She said that was different because I wasn't a content creator. The argument escalated fast. She pulled up her phone and showed me messages from other creators, women telling her that if her boyfriend really loved her, he'd support her bag. One message said any man who tried to stop a woman from securing her income was abusive. Maya asked why I wanted to hold her back from success. I felt like I was losing my mind. 2 days later, I came home and found her filming in our bedroom with ring lights and a new camera setup. She'd bought thousands of dollars in equipment. When I asked how she paid for it, she said she'd taken out a small loan because she needed to invest in her business. She showed me her content calendar. She'd already scheduled collaboration shoots with 3 different guys over the next month. She'd found them through creator networks, all verified, all tested, all professional. I asked when she was planning to tell me. She said she was telling me now. I asked if she'd already filmed with anyone. Her silence was the answer. She'd done 1 collaboration last week while I was at work. She said it didn't mean anything, it was just content. She didn't even remember the guy's real name, just his screen name. My hands were shaking. I asked if she even wanted to be with me anymore. She started crying and said of course she did, that I was the one she loved, but I was making this so much harder than it needed to be. She grabbed my hand and said if I really couldn't handle it, she'd consider stopping, but then asked how we'd pay rent next month, how she'd pay her loans, how she'd ever get ahead. She made me feel like I was the one being unreasonable, like I was destroying our future because I couldn't get over my jealousy. That night, I couldn't sleep. I grabbed her laptop to look at the spreadsheet again, trying to understand the money she claimed we desperately needed. But when I opened it, I found her messages still pulled up. I started scrolling, not to snoop, just to close them, but then I saw my name. Another creator had asked Maya if her boyfriend knew yet. Maya's response stopped me cold. She'd written that I didn't know about most of it, that she was slowly conditioning me to accept more, that she'd start with 1 collaboration and gradually increase until it became normal. Another message talked about how she'd always wanted to explore other people, but needed the corn career as an excuse I couldn't argue with. Another creator had given her advice on how to manipulate the financial situation to make it seem desperate. Maya had responded with a laughing emoji, saying it was working perfectly. I felt sick. This wasn't about money or career. She'd manufactured a financial crisis to justify what she actually wanted, which was permission to sleep with whoever she wanted while keeping me as her stable backup. The student loans she claimed were crushing her, she'd been making minimum payments by choice to keep the balance high. The rent she said we couldn't afford, we'd had enough savings to cover 3 months. She'd spent it on equipment she didn't need. Every tearful conversation about supporting her dreams had been calculated manipulation. I moved out the next morning while she was at the gym. My friends told me I should have been more open-minded, that I ruined a good thing over insecurity. But I've never felt more sure about walking away from someone who loved me so little she'd use my trust against me to get what she wanted.